The Wellness Show, episode number 426.
Welcome to The Wellness Show, a podcast on health and wealth. I'm your host, Tyhson Banighen, the founder of the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. Join me as we get the latest insight, tips, and strategies from wellness providers, coaches, and successful, heart-centered entrepreneurs, and much, much more. Welcome to The Wellness Show, the return of The Wellness Show, like the return of Buffy the Vampire. We're back with the one and only Laura Kuhl, the cool one, and we're here to help you get from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time. And remember, this has and always will be your show. So phone in. It's toll-free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. It's right there. You can also come on by the WhatsApp, and that's my cell phone. If you know where my cell phone is on, anything that I posted, it's 250-803-2480, and that's through WhatsApp, so you can phone in internationally. And if you really, really want to have a backstage pass, and we'll talk about that later, then we'll give you a link to Zoom. And if you're on Zoom in the backstage, then you get to ask your questions first and foremost on the list, right? So We're ready to rock and roll. And so we're waiting for you to phone in. And by the way, depending on how you phone in and how much traction we get and whether you want to promote the show to your friends and family depends on how often Laura and I are going to show up. Right now, we're scheduled to be here every Friday, but who knows? If you want more of us, you'll have to let us know. All right. So Laura, what's up in your life?
Wow. Well, hi, welcome back. It was quite the little hiatus we took there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So much has happened in my world, around the block a couple of times. The whole world has changed. We've gone deeper into COVID-19, and oh my goodness, it's just been like, and then the passing of my loved one, Sarah, just recently. Yeah, it's like big change. So everybody out there is listening to the show now or later, put up your hand if you're in the middle of major transformation. I am. I don't know anybody who isn't. Every group I'm on, talking to, and there's 8 groups that I'm part of. I just totaled them up the other day. 8 groups that meet once a week. And all of them are a major transition. So if you're going through major change and wondering what's up in your life and what's up in planet Earth, you're not the only one, right? So come and talk to us, and we'll help straighten you out, and hopefully in a process straighten ourselves out.
And our wonderful Carla, she's going through a major transition right now.
Oh yeah, she is, really, absolutely.
Yeah, so we're praying for her too, some health issues. And how's Corey doing?
I talked to Corey about Sarah's passing, and she seems to be really, really busy and doing very, very well. I'm hoping in springtime with her, because she's not that far away, she's only like 5 hours away, that she'll come for a visit to the Sunnybreak Cottage here and to our place and have a visit, and we'll meet in person. So she threatened to do that last year, but that hasn't happened. So yeah, I think we'll be bringing her on the show, and I think we will be having guests, periodic guests on the show. So as we move forward.
Exactly, and Oz says welcome back to us.
Well, Oz, thank you for showing up. You're one of our favorite people. We remember having you on the show and talking to you about your paintings and getting you encouraged to do more of that. And we've been actually following you as you go through your changes, and yeah, very awesome. So thanks for showing up.
Yeah, she looks fabulous. I know she went through transition last summer. She looks like she's doing wonderful. So
yeah, I really, I mean, I know it sounds a bit paternal, but I'm really, really proud of her. Right? I think she did the work, she got the results, and is getting the results. And nothing excites me more than somebody who digs in, does the deep clearing protocol, and gets out of their own way.
That's so true. And that deep cleaning protocol, you know how much I love it.
Right. Well, we have the Wellness Academy, the new one is up and running. It's right now, actually, in the next 72 hours, it will be down. So if it is down, hang on, because we're migrating the whole site to a high-speed internet site. So it'll be lightning fast, and we'll be in the process of doing that. And so I'm excited about that. So this is the last step of getting it up and running. And then the courses are somewhat together, but the deep clearing protocol is there. And then there'll be step 1, step 2, step 3 with the deep clearing protocol will be the first things we have. So if you're a graduate of the deep clearing protocol and you want the next step, it will be there. So Laura, what is this deep clearing protocol anyway?
So the deep clearing protocol are 64 clearing statements in an installation that you say on a daily basis from 21 to 90 days, depending on how much stuff you have to clear off of your bioenergy field. And it really helps empaths to clear and become sovereign human beings and to be able to take back their own personal power and really open up and bloom into their own gifts. So I've done it. I've helped hundreds of people literally come out of the darkness and into the light. So I am a huge fan of the deep clearing protocol, as you know.
Yeah, I don't know if we can call on Michael. Michael, I know you're busy in the background, but Michael and Darlene did the 21 days online and invited people to join them. And lots of people got really interesting results. I think Michael continued on after 21 days. So yeah, it's a fun thing to do in a group too, so that you encourage each other to show up and go through the whole process, right?
Well, my sister and I do it every morning at 7:30 in the morning. We Zoom, and we FaceTime, and we do the deep clearing protocol. We meditate and we pray for a half hour. So that's how I start out my day every single day, and
Wow.
It definitely makes a difference.
Well, love to your sister for doing that, because when you do it in a family, you're then starting to clear your lineage, right? Much deeper and quicker. So that's 164,500 souls that get cleared by you doing it at the family level. So that's very, very powerful. And if you're an empath, you showed up on planet Earth to do this type of work. You're a part of the planetary cleanup agents, right? You're not here to fit in. I don't know how many of you have been struggling. I know I certainly did about who put me on this planet anyway. It makes no sense to me. And it took me a long time to realize that I'm not here to fit in. There's no box that I feel comfortable in. And that I'm here to help bring about the new Earth or the new planetary transformation. And it begins with myself. So the deep clearing is a way that I can start to do the clearing at the personal level, knowing that I impact multiple souls in my lineage and in my life when I do this type of work. So as an empath, that's will really help get you out of your way.
Well, in our work too, at least for me, I do clearings all the time with people, things that are attached to them, and strongly encourage them to do the deep clearing protocol. And so I have to also do it every single day just to keep myself clear and keep myself empowered and remind myself that I'm a sovereign human being and I'm free to choose. And also, as I go through my own personal healing, which I did with Darlene yesterday, we did some personal healing with me, some deep childhood stuff. Now I've entered that into my short clearing protocol. I've entered, to transmute and become more vulnerable within myself for myself. Wow. And so, it continues on. You can continue to use it. And I've been doing this for, oh my gosh, like a year and a half now, I think, almost. And I mean, it continues to constantly be evolving and going deeper into the healing factors. I thought I was good, but no, I still have more.
Well, we could have told you differently than that, but yeah. Yeah, there's good and then there's good, but yeah, absolutely. Right. The deeper, it just takes you deeper and deeper, and you think, well, I got all the bottom of the barrel all cleaned up. And then if you keep on going from 21 to 60, you realize, oh my goodness. And I think that this is the stage that we're in right now as we go through this evolution in consciousness, which COVID-19 is all part of this upgrade, believe it or not. that all the bottom stuff, the bottom of the barrel, the trauma, the unresolved conflict, toxic emotions, core fractures, all that yucky stuff that's in our bioenergy field needs to get, come up and get cleansed. So the things that we think that we've already done, like the trauma, I don't know about you, but for me, it's come up again, and I realized there's a deeper level. I thought I was done. Well, I wasn't done. I needed to go deeper.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Was that?
So you know what I'm saying? I thought I was done.
Yeah, I thought it was done. Yeah. There's a website that I really like, and it says, "What if?" I thought, you mean there's more? I think that's how it goes. Yeah, which is for our empaths. Like, I thought we were done, but no, we weren't. We just were at another level. So this does go on. And I assume that I not assume, I know that as long as you're on planet Earth in polarity consciousness, you will need to keep clearing, right? You're always going to be between the yin and the yang. You're always going to be looking for the middle path and having to resolve this, right? And there's no right, no wrong, and there's no need to get into judgment about this is better than that or whatever. In fact, the judgment is what gets us into problems in the first place. But being able to, ride that wave, oh, I'm feeling this way. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm feeling that way. Oh, that's interesting. Without getting attached and not pushing it down, not ignoring it, but allowing it to be, allows it to settle and go through your body and be grounded into Mother Earth and pass through. But if you get attached to it, oh my God, it's COVID-19 and I have to wear this mask and I'm in lockdown and oh my God, it's just, then you are going to be in that, if you were surfing, you'd be crashed under by the wave, right? So the thing is, think of surfing on the wave. You need to be hanging 10 on the wave, not under the wave, right?
Right, with the sharks.
Yeah, not with the sharks, right? No sharks allowed, right?
Right. So Oz says, I have good news too. The Turkish version of the Deep Clearing Protocol is ready since August of 2020, saved on my old laptop. She's traveling at the moment. She'll send it to you, Tyhson, on the 15th of February. The Turkish people can do it in their native language too. Aw.
Great, that's wonderful.
And then Sharon Bignell says this was a fantastic protocol. Do it almost deeply, and it really works. Do it almost, maybe she means daily.
Daily, everything.
Really works. I agree, Sharon. I do it daily as well, and it does work. 100%.
Well, I'm excited to have it in Turkish because in the Divine Mother energies that we run, it's called the Knights of Enlightenment. There's a group that we've been meeting for five years now. Sarah was part of that as well, where we meet twice a week, and I'm leading the one on Sunday. And they're about an hour and a half. Well, John sort of gets carried away, so this is sometimes 2.5 hours.
John.
He's one of the key people that's leading this. He can't stop. In fact, the last one he did with us, we were absolutely exhausted for the next 3 days because there was so much energy he brought down through our systems that we just, it was like overload, which goes back to the deep clearing protocol. With the influx of light coming on the planet and with alignments of the planets, and when we talk to Corey about the moon and all the planetary influences, we are being bombarded by the central alignment with the central sun. And so these energies are being absorbed by our bodies. And when we have that trauma that hasn't been dealt with, we are going to start, well, I don't know how to put it more bluntly, then we're going to start freaking out because all that energy gets blocked. So learning to get rid of these blocks so that energy can flow through your system and not bring pain or suffering or bringing up the parts that haven't been healed is important. So yeah, so we got a little bit too much of the download of the good stuff and got flattened by the energy. So the divine energies from Divine Mother energies, the point I was making is there's a large group that are learning how to run those energies in Turkey, which is exciting to me. The deep clearing can be added to that because it's quite a network of people that are doing the Divine Mother energies and also doing the Santorium energies, which are bringing the energies from the Seraphim, which are the angel energies, which I'll be doing level 2 of that.
Mm-hmm.
And those are very powerful too. And there's a Turkish group doing that as well. And they're having amazing experiences. So yeah, so if you're out there and, you know, are able to translate, I'd love to get this in French and German and other languages. So, you know, the more people we can help through the deep clearing protocol, the better off we're going to be as a planet. So
yeah, absolutely. So so we're doing our class with you and I. We're doing the emerald tablets, and go ahead.
no, I go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that talks about that part of the world too, and how special it is in Turkey, and that whole central part of the world right there.
Yeah, it's you know, the Dardanelles, it's you know, it's the major change point between the west and the east, and therefore there's a vortex there, which brings also the light and the dark, right? And so Antioch was really where a lot of religious fever went on in Christianity. And so there's on one side is Western Christianity, and on the other is Orthodox Christianity, which, by the way, is all dissolving a new unity consciousness. But there's a lot of trauma in the Turkish area. I mean, it's sort of had empire after empire go through it. There's lots of, what would you say, cults, different cult worships, black magic, curses, you know, all sorts of stuff locked in the land. And that's what we're doing in our geomantic work, which is another course, is helping teach people how to literally, by walking in certain areas, like the Knights Templar, where they walked on their path of enlightenment. When you walk that same path, you are uploading the energies from the earth that they were able to gain from the earth, and also you're downloading the new keys and codes that are coming from the universal energies, the new ones, back into the earth veins of energy. So you were sort of like the transducer. You're the living pillar of light between the upper kingdom and the lower kingdom. This is the job that we're here to do. Is so when you walk that path as a pilgrim, then that transformation happens. So anywhere in Turkey, I know this sounds strange, but pretty well anywhere in Turkey where you have this consciousness, you are transforming with every step you take. You're bringing light to all that trauma and releasing it from the planet. So bringing the deep clearing protocol to these areas where there's been so much conflict will really help the earth herself not need to go through such a violent transformation as the new earth is birthed, right? Yeah.
Fingers
Exactly.
crossed, right?
Yeah. It all begins and ends with us. But the beauty of this is, you know, what can I do? People say, well, do the deep clearing, because it does have a potentiality of changing who you are, which has a multiplier effect that is exponential, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know, we've had thousands of, I just finished this idea. We have thousands of people that are doing this worldwide. So, you know, when you think of Reiki and you work with the symbols of Reiki, you're actually, you know, plugging into the devic energy or the angelic or the upper levels of Reiki and downloading and working with it. So you're initiated. The same with the deep clearing. There's enough of the angelic energies and upper level energies that are working with us that literally by doing the deep clearing, you are allowing the angelic and the upper realms to work through you to help you do this work. So you're not doing it on your own. That's the point I want to make.
It's so true. And like I said, when I started off, I had 460 some odd spirit guides, and now have 444. And they laughed when I did the deep clearing protocol. When I said I only want to work with 100% pure divine light, and I kept saying it over and over and over and over, that they laughed, you know. And so here I was working not with everything. I mean, it was a small amount, you know, 23 or whatever that weren't very of the 100% pure divine light, but that's enough, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
one bad apple will, you know, can ruin the whole crate, right? Or the whole barrel. So yeah.
Right. So we have Nagesh says I'm in. So does that mean that you would like to do the deep clearing protocol, or are you doing it?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Please type your answer. And yeah, I'm really excited to create the backstage pass so people can jump on Zoom, because then we can, we're asking Michael to do the, translation from the Facebook pages. And I think we're being broadcasting now on 6 pages and also on YouTube simultaneously. So it's really difficult for him to get all the comments in here. So if you really want to have the inside track, you need to join us on the call. And you'll be in the Zoom, and then you can raise your hand. And if you're worried that there's not enough room, we have 500 seats available, right? First come, first serve. So.
And they can always call 1-866-369-7464.
Yeah.
At any time during the call. And
Yeah.
his phone is on, right? Your phone is on, correct?
I think so. Let's just check. Sometimes I don't have it on, but I did talk to Michael this morning, the other Michael, web person. Yeah, the ringer is on. It's just that nobody's phoned yet. And the number's right there, 1-866-369-7464, toll free in North America, waiting for you to call in and ask us some embarrassingly tough questions that we can't answer.
I have an embarrassing, well, I don't think it's embarrassing, but I have a tough question. So I have had some interesting occurrences at my house in the last 3 years. I had some ice fall and break a window in my back corner, and it's in, you need to know too, it's in my wealth corner. And then I had my back door was punched out, and so that broke. And now last night when I was out shoveling, snow blowing, whatever, I came back and the back door was had shattered. So yeah, so what's that about, Ty? Can you give me any insight on that?
Well, first of all, was it really super cold when these things happen? Like, did it shatter because of the cold weather?
Well, the ice that fell, I mean, it always happens in the winter.
Yeah.
So the ice that fell that broke the window, the basement window. Yeah.
Yeah. And is it like below, like 30 below, 20 below?
Last night it was 27.
Yeah.
No, not below, it was 27 above, but
right.
But that's Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah. Well, it just that, my first sense is that the glass just couldn't handle it. I know that sounds crazy. So that's the first thing. And the other thing that came to me is that, oh, here's Charlie. This is the Riverman. Hello, Charlie. Welcome to the show.
Well, hello. I just happened to catch you.
Yes, you have caught us. Yes.
I don't know where I am with my mic, or switched it on to the computer, but it's good to hear you. It's a blessing to listen to you talk, and thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, Charlie, I know that you are always having poetry come through you. Did you get a poem in the last few days?
A poem? Yes, I did. I have an amazing poem that I actually read this morning in my own talk.
All right. Could you read it here?
I certainly can.
All right. Let's have your poem for today. Thank you, Charlie.
All right. Let me just call it up.
All right.
But it's okay. It's coming up. Yeah, this is wonderful. So, and it's perfect because it's all about what we're all talking about. So it's a prayer for restoration, and that's been a theme for the morning ceremony on Good of the Whole. So this is what I came through me, and I read it yesterday morning, and I read it this morning on my own talk on Fridays. So if everybody just takes just a moment to relax and come into your heart space, a nice breath, feeling the water in your breath, and knowing that we are all connected in this beautiful heart space. This is a prayer for restoration. Thank you, great Creator, for your gracious presence. May you for always hear us in the moments of our despair. Today, we come to ask for the restoration of our magnificence, both individually and collectively as we move forward on our evolutionary path. Each one of us are questioning everything, seeking wise guidance and the proper tools that will assist us in following your guidance. Let it be we who bring restoration to a new level of meaningfulness, wherein peace, light, and love flow in a better balance and harmony. May it be the co-creative, restorative process that inspires others into seeking moments of positive action for all life forms, whether we understand them as living or not. Let restoration begin within our own living presence, opening the passageways for inner joy to become manifest and offered with love to all. May we lead from within our hearts to help renew all of our commitments with the rebalancing of all that has become unstable, both within and around us globally. As the restoration process removes the distortion and scarring of centuries within ourselves, let us also reach out to all children as leaders, showing them how restoration is more than just a healing of our present wounds. It is also an awakening to what is needed in their future. So together, today, we ask for renewal and strength within ourselves. We ask for a better understanding of the qualities of leadership, both ours and others. We ask for encouragement and inspiration for all future generations in order that we correct the errors and heal the wounds of the past, renewing our commitment to live in a more unified future of humanity. Aho.
Oh,
Let you all. Thank you.
Wow. That was
Charlie, thank you for being Charlie. I love you like a brother. That was so perfect. That was Charlie Riverman, and thank you. And anytime you want to show up with your latest poem, you are more than welcome. Thank you for showing up. That was so perfect for today.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, no, I won't interrupt your call anymore. Thank you for allowing me to share that with the world. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that was Charlie Riverman, and if you want to know about Charlie a little bit more, Good of the Whole, just type in Good of the Whole. There's a whole community of which I am part, and I sponsor Good of the Whole with a membership fee. They meet and they have things going on all day long. Men's group, they do all sorts of things from sun up to sundown. They actually have fire ceremonies. They have First Nations people involved. It's a really powerful network. He's also part of the Water Blessing Network. So you can find Charlie there as well. And he also has his own show. And we're co-writing a book together with Shelley Darling. It's going to be part of the Sacred Evolutionary Dowsing Consortium. 12 around 1, which is like Christ and his 12 disciples, like Knights Templar, 12 around 1, like King Arthur's Round Table. And we're learning how to co-write together, and we're excited to share that experience. And we have the outline done, and we're starting to put the material in the outline, and yeah, we're on the schedule to get this book written jointly. So that's Charlie Riverman. So Charlie, thank you for showing up. You're truly a brother. I appreciate you greatly.
I really like this part about the children and about giving them the strength to be able to, renew, because the crystalline children that are coming in right now are the ones that will be the game changers, the ones that do the majority of this work, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, here we have from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome to the show. And who are we talking to?
Hi, my name is Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a?
I'm new here. This is my first time calling in, so I might need a little prompting.
Well, that's okay. So what's up in your life? Is there anything you'd like to work on or any questions you'd like to ask about dowsing, energy healing? What's up in your life? What's up on planet Earth? Any of that, anything and everything is more than welcome. So.
Cool. Well, I have so much I could ask about, but I think I'm just gonna my circumstances are a little bit challenging, especially today, and I was just wondering if there was something that you might offer in counsel or advice, or.
Yeah, sure. I think I think Laura would like your full name.
Lorraine Arvizu.
And how do you spell your last name?
A-R-B as in boy, I-Z as in zebra, U.
All right. Okay, so just give us a sec and we'll tune in. Well, I can say by tuning in, I use a pendulum and look at your energy field, lots going on. From that point of view, 50% of the energy that you're receiving daily, the food you eat, the water you drink, and all of that, 50% is being consumed by trauma, unresolved conflict, core fractures, doubt, shame, guilt, or whatever the issues are. And so it would be great to help you move through that. So basically, how would you like to wake up in the morning and have twice as much energy?
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah, well, that's what we can help you do. Yeah, really, that's what the deep clearing can help you do. In anywhere from 21 to 60 days, you should be able to have twice as much energy if you want to show up and do the work. So so I think the link will be in the show and that you can do that. I'm going to go to Laura because I think that, Laura, do you have anything that's coming through for?
Well, I got immediately that she needed a clearing. So,
right.
Can she hear me?
Can you hear her, Laura?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
I can, yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna clear out some stuff you have like on your left side. Is that male or female energy, your left side? I can't remember.
For me, it's
female.
Yeah, for me, it's female.
Is she having issues on her left side, on her female or in her female?
Are you having trouble with your female lineage?
Female lineage?
Yeah, like your mom, your daughter, sister,
not that I know of. I don't have a whole lot of interaction with my daughter or my mother. It's
well, there you are.
My sons.
Well, if you're not having a lot of interaction.
Partners.
Yeah. Oh, say that. Sorry, I interrupted. Say that last part again. Your sons, what?
The issues I have are with my sons and their female partners.
Well, there you are. Okay, so that's the female partners that you're having trouble with. Are they resenting you or having trouble with you? Understanding you?
Yeah, we have miscommunications and misunderstandings.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah. So let me just tap into that and see how much of that. Yeah. So. Yeah, I would say from what I'm getting that. It would like 75% of that 50% that we're talking about is really in that one situation itself. So if we can get that cleared up, so if you have the time and the energy, booking a session with myself or Laura, I think really learning how to do the Court of Atonement, because this is something that really is easier to put on the angelic to help sort it out when it is those sorts of miscommunication between loved ones.
Really stems from her mother. That's where it starts, is the mother. Like there's so many unresolved issues there, and like the mother was constantly their communication was like one was hearing one thing and the other one was hearing another way, and it didn't match. And right. So now I almost feel like Lorraine takes information in and like it almost feels like it's like they're darts being thrown at her all the time.
It's interesting because I'm getting, they're being translated through her mother's point of view, right? And
Yeah.
she's so used to it. So how would you like to have a new way of processing information from the female side of your family? Because right now, Laura's right, it's being misinterpreted. And I say there was no judgment or no blame or shame or anything around that. It's just what's happening, right? In other words, from your mom, you never had an example or a pattern of how to deal with these energies or these relationships in a way that was beneficial for you and for them. So we would love to help you acquire that new pattern, which is not us doing anything, but helping you learn how to do it for yourself. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I'm just not sure how to go about doing that. What happens next?
Well, there would be a link in the show notes when you come back on to, and which will be for a free session with myself or Laura. And Laura's got her finger up.
I'll find her in the, like, have her just comment on is she coming, are you calling through FaceTime? Are you listening through FaceTime, Lorraine? I mean,
you mean on Facebook, yes.
Yeah, so just type in that you were on the call, and so we can track you down and we can message you and all that.
And then we'll send you the link to the deep clearing protocol.
Yeah, which channel are you on right now? Which page are you on? You know?
I don't know. It's the first one I found.
All right,
I followed you.
We'll find you. We will make an effort to find you, right?
Okay.
And then don't forget, you know this number, so you can phone me back. If we haven't got you, phone this number and we'll reconnect, give you the necessary links, and we'll get to work. So thank you for showing up. I'm excited to work with you. I love the fact that we can help you work with your lineage, and wow, wouldn't it be amazing to have in this new year, have a new relationship with your sons and their loved ones. Wow, that would be amazing. Eh?
That would be fabulous. It would be spectacular, actually.
Yeah, well, I'll go with spectacular. I like spectacular.
I just like for these people to hear her in what she's actually saying to them, because they're not hearing her. Yeah. Because I think she does care about them, but everything gets so convoluted and mixed up. Yeah. Does it make sense, Lorraine?
Oh yes, everything that you said. Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, we're going to get to work. I'm excited about that. So thanks for showing up and being brave on the show and just laying it all out there.
Yeah, thank you
for being where I can see you and hear you and contact you.
Yeah, right. That's what this show's all about. So thank you. Bye for now.
You're welcome. Thank you, both of you.
All right. Bye
for now. Bye, Lorraine.
Bye, Lorraine.
Bye.
Well, there you are. There's an example of how you can show up and get your, I was going to say shit disturbed, but maybe that's the wrong word. But, you know, how we can help you clear whatever is showing up in your field that really needs to be dealt with, right? And we don't do anything really other than we help you learn how to do it for yourself. That's what's really important. Laura and I, yes, we're gifted as psychics, and we have these gifts to understand what's going on, but it's you that we help do the work, right? We never go in there and do it for you. So we're good coaches in the sense that we're good butt kickers in a loving way, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too strong. I don't know. Laura, you're a bit of a butt kicker.
I am. I think I've softened up a little bit, but
I know you're working on that, but you know, yeah. And if we need, we can play good cop, bad cop too. So we can help you get from where you are to where you need to do whatever agenda works, right? So
yes, exactly. We just want to help people
exactly
their best life. Honestly, I want to live my best life.
Yeah, and I do too. And the way to do that is help other people do the same. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was gonna introduce my new puppy, but he doesn't want to. He's too shy right now, he says.
Right. Well, we were talking about glass. So what came up was that I put a post on the dowsing and energy healing closed Facebook group, which is why I think we're now 4,300. So it's a great tribe, everybody. Come and ask your questions there. And there's a lot of feedback. Like, people really do help each other. I don't need to be there all the time because there's momentum in the group that all sorts of opinions get, not that I necessarily agree with all opinions. That's not what this is about. But you can come in and ask questions about dowsing energy, and everybody's going to give you some advice, whether you take it or not. It's up to you. But yeah, the exciting thing about that is it is community. And if you're an empath, it's important that you be part of a community. This is not the time of the lone wolf. This is the time of learning to live and work in community. And in fact, this is where you're going to get triggered, right? Oh, Winston's so cute. Yes, he's so cute, Kevin. Yes, of course he's so cute. Yeah, it's Winston the dog, right?
Yeah, he just piddled on my floor.
Yeah, he just piddled on the floor. So
he's so
already signing in, so to speak. Yeah.
I can't let him out right now because I'm on the show, and he's like, it's okay, I'll just piddle over here.
Right.
Come here, you little piddlehead. Come here.
So back to the door. So on the latest, one of the latest postings I said is, if you clear the entities out of your house, lock the front door and the windows, right? And don't serve tea.
Right. I saw that.
So, the windows got smashed and the door got smashed. So they couldn't get in, right? The door was locked. The windows are locked. They got pissed off and smashed the glass, which means, like I would like to have the buffer zone, or, Buffy the vampire, or how you want to. I'd like to have it at your property level, and no trespassing, and energetic, no trespassing, so that you don't have broken glass here and there. So that's what I'm getting, right? We want the boundary to be bigger.
And the thing is that I do clear the property and the home, the property, and our vehicles every day too. But what I'm not doing is I'm not installing it back into the property.
Right.
And into the vehicles. So that makes sense that I need to add something to the installation.
It doesn't need to be complicated. I mean, you could just talk to Archangel Michael and say, I need to extend the boundaries of the deep clearing protocol to include the four corners of my property and anything within that, right?
Okay.
And I want to install, I like to install,
which has a multiplier effect. That is,
and maybe that should be our first class, because they're going to be doing classes again. So maybe we should teach people how to install an LVAHU grid from Centaurium, which is working with the Seraphim, which is a grid of protection. So we could teach people how to do that for their property and their house.
And what do you call that?
It's called LVAHU, capital ELVIAH. LVAHU is an energy coming through the Seraphim angels, sort of the key angel that works with humans, which his name is Centaurium, SANTORIUM. It's level 1, working with the Seraphim blueprint energies, right? And by the way, if you're interested, I will put John's link up here with John Chandler. He's in the midst of teaching level 1, and he's a great teacher.
Yeah.
Level 2 is coming up as well, right? And I at some point to teach too, but we don't need to do that because John, I really, really like John's teaching. He's very good at this. So we'll put that, there he is, the one and only.
There's
the one.
Say hi, everyone.
Pretty darn cute.
He is. That's why I can't get mad at him. Look at how cute he is. You can't yell at him.
And how's Spirit dealing with it all?
Oh, Spirit is the best big brother ever, Tyson.
Okay, great.
So good. Yeah. I'm so blessed. They really are.
In our world, we have Josie the cat and Lulu the dog. And Josie's, doesn't like dogs. And they've been learning to cohabitate together. And Louie's going past this evening. We had dinner together as a group, and she swatted him. What a silly little kitty. Just whacked, right? So anyway, yeah, so we're learning how to have cat and dog cohabitate in the same house. And dog sort of rolls his eye, that damn cat is in the same room. And the cat
is getting way too like going and drinking out of his bowl. And I think, Cat, you're going to use one of your 9 lives up if you're not careful.
Louie's too sweet though. He's such a big old lover bug.
Wow, there you are. Oz says my sister is a Seraphim Blueprint practitioner, and she may is she. So I'm going to ask you, Oz, is she learning from? Who did she learn from? Is she learning from John Chandler? I'm just curious, or did she learn from somebody else? But anyway, that's the point I'm saying. There's a great group in Turkey that's learning how to do all these things. So having the deep clearing added to this group, well, I'm very, very excited about to work with Turkey. And I have some friends there in Turkey where we travel together with my shaman in the Mayan sacred lands in the Yucatan Peninsula. And I really like them too. So I have an invitation to go to Turkey anytime and to be with them, right?
I just booked the tickets. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Can we go? Can we go right now because of COVID? I don't know.
I don't know, but just to let you know, we are putting out in the energy field that Michael and Darlene and myself and Sarah on the other dimension are doing a tour to Egypt, and so yeah, we don't know how it's going to happen or how the money is going to come about, but we have it in the conscious stream of co-creation and manifestation that we're going to go. This is really one of Sarah's lifetimes was in Egypt. She was there for the 11/11 gateway. So I know that she would love to be there in person, but she'll be there in spirit with us. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. So yeah, so the other thing that we're doing just in honor of Sarah to let you know is we are doing the Garden Like a Guru show. It's a year-long show. And that is how to plant and manage your own garden from all the way from germinating your seeds and testing your seeds from last year, all the way through garden and also harvesting it. Yeah, she says, I think she took the first 2 levels and I don't know what the rest Oz was saying. So yeah.
Someone from Turkey, I think she took the
okay.
Chalet.
Oh, right.
So she's not anywhere near us, but that sounds really nice too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's to be somewhere where it's warm because it's 12 below zero right now here.
Right. Yeah, I was walking in 4 inches of snow this morning. It was beautiful. Sarah said to me, listening to your podcasts or to your Audible books this morning. So we walked in the snow together. This show, the wellness show, and what that's going to look like in the future. So I was very excited to be with Sarah and have her downloads about the show and the possibilities and all that. So yeah,
she came to me, and that's why we're here today, because on Monday she was like, call Tyhson and set it up. And I said, okay, so I'll do it because she's the boss.
That's right.
And so I got a hold of Tyhson and I said, Sarah says we need to do the show. And so here we are. She's getting on us. It's good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. So we're getting close to the top of the hour. We got a few more minutes to go. Actually, we've got about 7 more minutes to go. So we do have room for one more phone in or any comments coming in via Michael. And don't forget, we're going to have the backstage pass pretty soon. It's going to cost you a bundle. No, it's going to cost you something to come and join us, where you can be actually on the Zoom call and put up your hand real quick. So, and we'll be doing the same in the garden show too. So if you're gardening this year and you need your gardening questions answered and you can't wait, then we want you to sign up for the Garden Circle Club, and that puts you onto Zoom so you can ask the questions directly about how to deal with slugs in your garden or whatever the latest to figure out, or how to germinate the seeds. So I'm excited. This other show, along with the wellness show, I get to work with people that I love. We help them do the deep clearing, get out of their own way. And the other show gets me away from the computer and in the garden, which I love with a passion. My hands in the dirt with Michael and Darlene. I'm so excited to be part of that show and to be able to do my first love, right? Which is the garden. All right. There was 15 in the chat. I don't know what can you see the chat?
Yep. Alea says, yay. I think she's just happy we're back on because she's been, I shouldn't say that, but she's been asking about it. And Charlie Riverman, blessings of peace, light, and love. It has been fun to connect with you this morning. I know thank you so much, Charlie, for the wonderful poem. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Thank you for sharing with us. And don't forget, you're welcome to be on the show anytime. I love your poetry, and come and share it. And please give us directions so people can listen to your show as well. All right. So, so did that answer your question about shattered glass and boundaries and all the rest of that, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to do a course on how to create boundaries, safe boundaries for properties and buildings. And we'll put it at probably the level of $33. It'll probably be an hour and a half by the time we answer all the questions. And it will also be an online little mini course. So if you can't make it make it live, you'll be able to after it's posted. So when do you think would be a good time to do these types of courses? Should we do it on Fridays, do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm up for anything, anytime.
Right. Yeah, Fridays are a bit open to some extent in the morning, so it might be nice to,
that we do have the show now.
Yeah, we have this show, and then we could go into a course.
We could do a course after. Sure, we did that. That's how we did it last year.
Yeah, well, maybe we should do that again. So next Friday, we're going to do a course on creating safe boundaries. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Right.
Hopefully, I'll have a new door by then.
Yeah, and we can bless the door so it doesn't end up with little shattered pieces of glass everywhere.
Lord have mercy. I know.
Lord.
And I'm telling you, when you have dogs, it's no fun.
No, that's right. All right, so I think we're just about done, unless you have something pressing that you would like to bring forward.
I don't think so. It sure was nice to hear from everyone, though, this morning, and thanks for joining us again. We're super excited to be back. As Tyson said in the beginning, if you guys want to see us more, let us know.
Yeah, it's all a matter of showing up. If you don't show up, there's no show, right? So it's just that simple. Show up. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Bye for now. See you next Friday. And don't forget, you can always get to us through the Dowsing and Energy Healing Closed Facebook group. Join us there and get your questions answered in the turnaround time between this Friday and next Friday. If you want to see more of us, you'd have to let us know. And if you're interested in a backstage pass so you can be on Zoom, we want to know from you too. We're not going to do all the organization unless we know that you love us. Well, then you want us. All right. So until next Friday, bye for now.
Bye.
For quality online wellness products, courses, and services, visit our sponsors, thewellnessstore.ca and the Extraordinary